So good evening and welcoming you all to this session on how to access the CDAC server or connect VPN, as well as how to transfer files. That's what we are looking at this particular short video. So this is how you have already registered, and you have already done that. I have already shown you in a previous video on how to register for the access to CDAC servers, right? And now we are going to see, once you get registered and once you get access the credentials of CDAC as well as for the VPN, how to get connected. Of course, there are good manuals already being given by the CDAC website, but still people are used to ask how we find some difficulties. So just a quick overview on it. So after you register, and while you're waiting for to get the access to the credentials, kindly go through these guides. How to the VPN access guide, HPC system access guide, many more information is there. And also be prepared with downloading the VPN software, both Linux and Mac. I will show you for how to download for Windows too. So when I go through this particular HPC brief overview, it's a page by page, line by line. Do not miss any of the information shared here. I to tell you what is the kind of details you have and what are the packages, how you can load the package, how you can install the package, and many more. I'm not going through one by one because of security purpose, because only people who have access get access to these documents. And then you have also as like VPN access guide, you will get to know how to access the software. So let me show you how to download the software. So all these PDFs, it will be accessible to only people who have registered through MyGov and transferring to CDAC. And now you have to go to this particular website, 40 client, go to the downloads. And when you go to downloads, don't download this one, go to further down, and you will see 40 client VPN. So this is called SSL VPN. Here you can download as per your need, and you can, if it is your OS is Windows, then accordingly that. Mac and Linux is already given in the Virtual Tool Room website, and if you're using mobile or tablet, you can do that too. Of course, you need to have a terminal to access if you're downloading in a mobile or a tablet. And once you download and install and done with all the access, then you have to, once you open the software, the VPN software, you will see something like this. And then now it's you have to enter the credentials. Now I do have credentials. Of course, let me try to key them in. I'm sure you cannot see them. These are very secured with several authentications. So please bear in mind and do not share with anyone. And so once you enter your credentials, click on connect. Now it will pop up and ask you for a token. And again, this token again will be sent via email. So whatever is your registered email address, that's where you get this particular token. Every time you have to enter this token. So this is called two-factor or whatever you call kind of authentication. So this ensures that you really have all the access and you're registered with your mobile number and email. Please be patient to get this authentication code. It takes some time. I just received it and I'm entering my code. Don't worry, I am accessing my codes and passwords, everything through my smartphone. So through my email client. So now it should get connected, and then it will also assign a local IP. Now it is connected. Now it says connected and disconnect, and all it will be giving you. So we are good to go. After that, there are two options for you to access the terminal of the CDAC. Either if you're using Windows, you can use MobaXterm. That's what is again recommended by the team from CDAC. Or if you're using Mac or Linux, you can use a normal terminal. So let me show you the MobaXterm first. So for that, again, you have to go to a website called mobaxterm.mobatech.net, and where you go, you will be able to download the software. This works only for Windows. The advantage with MobaXterm over other SSH tools, you can have access to the terminal. You can connect through SSH or Telnet and many other networking connectors. I don't want to use the right terminology. And also you can upload your data. That means transfer your files from your machine to that server, or download your data. That means from the server, you can download the files to your local machine. Both are possible. And interestingly, you can also load graphical interface. That is also important. So let me show you this quick demo, which is from their website. So you can connect to a server using SSH. I'll be showing you how that is connected through a terminal. The same thing you're going to give here. Of course, you have to give your IP address, and this is a sample demo. IP address, and also your username, everything will be shared once you're registered and getting access. So please take this as a demo purpose. And then you can even display graphical display, but in CDAC, I'm not sure what all have access to graphical display, but MobaXterm has a capability to do that. And even you can edit files, you can run calculations, all things can be done as a normal terminal within MobaXterm. So this is an interface which really helps you to do that. And next, as I told you, you can also browse files, transfer files from your computer to the server, or from server to your computer. You can download. So as you see here on the screen. So this will be really helpful for you to download also. Just click the file and you can access the file by double clicking it, or if you want to make some modifications, and you can then save it. It will get transferred, and you can also have better configurations to download and upload files, even to delete also. Everything will happen within your account. Nothing is going to disturb with other files. Okay, as I told you, this is just interface going to help you when you're using Windows MobaXterm. The other is what we are going to do is terminal. So let me show you some examples on terminal, how to get connected. Again, as I told you, you need to have password. Without password, you cannot access these. I do have. So let me pick up one. This is the one I'm going to access, Shrestha. And then I do have the password with me. So after connecting through the VPN, then only you can get access and you can see something what you see right now on the screen. Otherwise, you get error. So now it got connected and it will list a lot of information to you. Now, if I want to see what all modules are available for the Drug Discovery Hackathon participant, you have to type module avail. Let me just go up. I am sure that you're not able to see it right now, right? Or let me not make it full screen. I will just drag it a little bit up. I'm sure now you are able to see. So I'm going to type like module avail. Now you will be able to see what all modules or softwares are already available. So in CDAC, they do have already some open source and free tools are available, like Ebenet, OpenBeagle, OpenMPI, NAMD, GROMAX, Quantum Expresso, and many more others. Let it be there. But when you're going down, these are very specific, which is there. For example, PADL descriptors for descriptor calculations. You have R package. You have Anaconda, someone is working on ML models or Python libraries. You have Autodoc Vina for docking. You have again Conta libraries if you want to install certain libraries using Conta. Of course, Anaconda and Conta comes under the same category. Of course, Python here is 3.7. Then you have GROMAX in CPU, GPU compiled in different. So please refer to the manual to get more information. Then you have JChem Suite, NIME platform, MGL tools. You have even NAMD, both on CUDA and CPU, and NCBA Blast, OpenBabel. You have Pharma, GIST, ProCheck, PyMol, Quill, Lake, Frep, and then RDKit. You have, of course, CSAR is there, where FlexX, where you can do jumbo docking, virtual screening, Weka and Yang. All these are there. If you want to load any module, just for an example, let me show you module. Load space, and then you have to define that. Let me say rdkit /rdkit, enter. Now, whatever commands for RDKit you are giving, it will get executed. Now, let me give another one more module load csar slash 10.1, and that also gets loaded. Since I know about flexx, so let me give a flexx command to see if it works. So if I just give flexx, of course, there are input required, definition of references, and your database, everything is required. And just giving flexx and enter just to see if it works. You can see it works. So it gives some information what all is required. Now, if you want to access some databases, databases are also available within that. So I am in my user home directory. So if you wanted to refer to some databases which is already there, so you can, just to showcase you where the databases are. So you have apps, and then I think it's biotools, and then databases. Yes. So you have databases like BindingDB, Drug Bank, Zinc Fragment Data Library, KEBI, Campbell DB, COD19, NCI, and PDB. These are the database already there. So if you go to BindingDB, so let me, oh yeah, sorry, I just listed it. So let me go to that directory. So BindingDB, yep, and sorry. So these many files you have a 2D structures as well as 3D structures, and they are in SDF file format. And let us see what is their file size to. So it could be huge, because being it's binding DB, I'm sure it will be huge. You need not to download it because it's already there in the CDAC. So it will be quite few GBs. Oh, I can see it is almost 14 GB. The 3D SDF file is almost 14 GB. So a good amount of data set is already there. And it is a recent data. It's July 20th data. So this is how you can get access. Now, and another few questions I usually get is that, okay, I do have a file inside my server, CDAC server. Now, how can I download that file to my machine? Of course, if you have multiple folders or multiple files, kindly do tar and then make a tar.gzip file, and you compress it as possible. Please refer to some online to understand what are the parameters or option flags that you have to give for the tar, so that you can tar or zip or compress your directory or file. I'm not going, because there are plenty of options, so I'm not going to do that. And now, how to copy it? So that is an easy job, but let me help you with to understand that. So after this accessing, you can run the jobs based on different tools, because there are different file formats and different syntaxes for input, output, all things there. Now let's say I have an output called cdac.text in my home. Okay, I'm just simply getting out from connection to the CDAC server. I'm just give exit. I came out. So I'm in my machine now. Okay. Um, I am in my machine. Now I want to copy some files. What I'm going to do is SCP, right? I want to copy the file from the CDAC server to my, ensure that all through this, you need to have VPN to be connected. So I'm connecting, I want to copy the file from my server. So I have to give the IP address of the server from where I got connected, right? So for GPU based, there are other servers also. Mostly, I think you all will be using this particular server. Full colon slash all your user IDs or user home will be like slash home. Mine is under GPLI, and I have a file called cdac.txt. So this is what is I have to copy from my server to my machine. So I do this and space dot. So I have a folder called Autodoc. That's where it's going to get pasted or copied or downloaded, whatever it is. And then I press enter. Now it is going to ask you a password, because every time you give it, you need to give the credentials. So I give my password. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. So let me see if it works. Yeah, it copied. So it says cdac.txt. There is some warning that is regarding the language or character type. Don't worry, but let me now list it out. Now you can see, where is it? CDAC. I just copied it. So now the time is 4:55. as a proof. So that's how I copied it. Now I want to copy a file from my machine to the CDAC server. So I recommend all of you, whatever transfer going to happen, kindly compress it, either make a tar.gzip file to and fro. Makes your life much easier. And then now I want to transfer this file to them. So the same way, sep giri.txt, and then I will give my username, so your username, and then the IP address of your server. Just a minute for me to just easy to take it from here. Okay, I'll explain this. Before that, in order to get these data, I will give giri.txt. So SCP space, which file you want to copy, let it be tar or gzip file or gunzip files, and then space, you give your user name, that is gpillai for me, at the server address, full colon, without space, slash home slash your username, right? Whatever username assigned by CDAC. That's all. Enter. Now it is going to again ask you the password. Okay, it got copied to my server now, right? Let me go to the server and check my timings. Now it is 4:57, so we have to see a time there. So now I'm going to connect to my server again, just to make clear that everything worked fine. And now again, I have to give the password. So ensure that you by heart this password and do not share with others. Okay, I got connected. Now let me check. I have giri.txt that is copied from my machine. Let me check the timing. So I can see giri.txt was copied at 4:57. So to and fro via command line also you can copy files. If it is larger, be patient. Ensure that you have good bandwidth for your internet, and that saves a lot of time. So this is all I wanted to talk about. Now regarding the partner softwares, they have different settings that have to be done, how to get connected. But in principle, the IP address, username, password, VPN access is something that I have already covered here. Rest of things you have to check with your partners, how to configure their respective tools once all this is being successfully. So that's all from me. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, you can put it on the comments. I'll be happy to answer. And also, people who have already registered will get access to the CDAC's Slack channel, where you can directly interact with the experts of CDAC. Will be the right people to answer all your questions related to connection, connectivity, calculations, scripts, execution of job, and many more. Thank you so much.